Hi everyone, I'm Vicki Murphy. I'm a Jira Align specialist at Valiantys, which is a Platinum Solutions partner with Atlassian. In this video, I will be breaking down the updates to Jira Align with the release of version 11.0, which was released to Jira Align instances on the continuous release track on June 14th, 2024. That'll typically be your test or dev environment if you have one, and it will be released to all other instances of Jira Align on June 21st, 2024. Let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off in the release notes, Atlassian announced that in the release of version 11.4, currently scheduled for September of 2024, they will be enabling the capacity-based widget and calculations in the program room for all users. This widget and the corresponding calculations were originally released in version 10.130 in March of 2024. Currently, users can opt into using these functions through the toggle in the top of the program room. When toggled on, users have the ability to see the forecast versus capacity widget, which displays the capacity plan for the selected program MPI. This will mirror what users see if they were to navigate to the capacity module. Additionally, this toggle enables new streamlined calculations for the program PI load and the team load widgets, which will again use the information from the capacity module and will remove the need for manual overrides. In version 11.4, the toggle will be removed and the calculations and widget will be enabled for all users. Additionally, users will no longer have the ability to override the program PI velocities from the widgets. Instead, we're encouraged to begin using the capacity module to plan out that team and program capacity for our PI. Atlassian has also added the new cookie controls to Jira Align, which you can see in the banner at the top of my screen. This is a part of Atlassian's cookie and tracking policies, which you can review those policies at the link in the release notes. Users will now see this banner at the top of the screen with the three options over on the right. They can select to accept all cookies, only necessary cookies, or click on the preferences here, where you can check the boxes that you wish to allow and click confirm. For admins of on-premise instances of Jira Align, we have a couple of updates for you. First, the Microsoft .NET 8 runtime is now required to install or upgrade to version 11.0. At this time, .NET 6 runtime should remain installed in parallel, and Atlassian will update you in future versions when the .NET 6 runtime can be removed. Additionally, to ensure the installation of the back office is successful, Atlassian has updated the config file that you see on the slide here for all new installations to specify two app settings. The settings will be detailed in the .text file release notes included in the on-prem installation package. Additionally, these settings will be added to the on-prem guide for version 11.0, which will be published the week of July 1st, 2024. As part of Atlassian's effort to streamline Jira Align, the mind maps functionality is no longer supported as of this release. This means that no new defects will be accepted for this functionality, and the functionality will be fully removed in the future, Atlassian mentioned later in 2024. They also stated that they will provide at least 30 days notice in the release notes once the removal date has been set. An update to the Jira and Jira Align connector, Atlassian has updated the story sync behavior between Jira and Jira Align when a sprint is closed for the following scenario. You have a story that is incomplete but belongs to a sprint in Jira. That sprint is closed in Jira, and the incomplete story is moved to the backlog in Jira. I believe this means when we are using the out-of-the-box functionality in Jira, where you can opt to send work to the backlog whenever you are completing a sprint, as you see here. In this scenario where those stories are moved to the backlog, when the tools sync, the story will be found in the unassigned backlog in Jira Align. Previously, the story would have remained in the closed sprint in Jira Align. A couple more updates starting with the API 2.0. Atlassian has added API endpoints for the milestones, which can now be added to themes, epics, capabilities, or features. And they also continue to improve the performance of Jira Align. With this release, they announced that the widgets in the portfolio room will now load in parallel as opposed to sequentially. Atlassian also called out that they will be continuing to improve the performance of the portfolio and program rooms in future releases. There were several defect fixes with this release as well, including some bug fixes in the work tree and some updates to the new navigation. You can learn more about these defects or any of the feature releases talked about in this video in the release notes, which will be linked in the description. That is all for the release of 11.0 to Jira Align. Thank you all very much.